Alrighty, back to it. You know, I just noticed I forgot to change the going live notification. Oops. That's awkward. Also, this version has amiibo support. You can scan amiibo to get a live shroom or a 1-up mushroom and a pinch. And there's also like an assist mode where basically instead of like dying from falling in the pit, you just take a hit of damage. You're cute from Pop. You're here for cute Pop's hours. May you offer a pet in these trying times. Sure, I can. I won't say no to head pets, and I will not elaborate further. But hi, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. We are making our way through here, making our way downtown. Currently working on the B Galaxy. Yeah. Just gonna make our way through here. We're gonna have to remember this route for another star later on, because I always forget how to get up here, truth be told. There we go. Hit the switch. And we're ready to move on. Oh my god, I almost fell again. Aw, that's great. I caught part of it, at least, so that was nice. Anyway, who are you? Yep, it's me, the famous skill board. If you want to climb this wall, you'd better listen up. When you stick to the wall after a jump, press B to do a wall jump. Use a string of wall jumps to reach really high areas. Press B when you touch a wall. I probably don't need to show that, but again, just to show I'm not making up the whole guild board thing. Yeah, there's a lot of movies I need to actually watch. I finally saw K-pop Demon Hunters after like 3,000 years. I had a good time with it. It was, yeah, a very fun movie. Also very emotional, but fun. I've been hyperfixating on the song Golden for the past, like, 2 days. So if that says anything about my current headspace. You know, I realized this is one of the first... Oh, hi Peter, welcome on in. Thank you for the hugs. I can use them. And I will not elaborate this time. But, what was I gonna say? I realized this is the first time I'm using this overlay with a game that actually is full 16:9. Because Wii games kind of cut off a little bit. So, like, Wii games have a little bit of, like, sidebars. They're not quite 16:9, even when stretched out. So, like... My ears and tails definitely are covering up a little bit of the screen. But I think it's fine. There's no pertinent information there. This isn't like an RPG with a ton of HUD elements or anything. If I ever play Rebirth, which, a cranky part of me is actually considering streaming Rebirth at some point, but also that's like a 120-hour game, I don't think I should stream Rebirth. I think I'd be making a mistake, but I also just want to capture my raw reactions to it. Us bugs have taken over our observation deck. Ooh, they make me so mad. Yeah, I made the layout slightly, so the game is slightly bigger. It's still just shy of 16:9. It's not like or like 1600 by 900 or 900p for short. Sometimes you forget how pretty my model is. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I think my hair is covering it a little. Yeah, I don't think my hair is covering it. It's fine. I also need to be more cognizant of my posture as a result. I should probably move my mic back a little bit so I don't have to, like, crane as much. There we go. I'm covering up less now. But yeah, I think it's acceptable. Part of me wants to consider just doing full screening, but the problem is that means bottom right-hand information or something will always get covered up. So I just like not covering up more than I have to. That sounds really weird out of context. Like, I probably could have phrased that better in hindsight. But yeah, thank you for the compliments. Yeah, I like this model. I'm thinking about upgrading, like changing some things about it though. But the problem is I don't know what I want to change about it. That's the conundrum. Like, oh, a Hungry Luma has appeared, so these can actually appear in the observatory itself. We'll tackle that in a moment. For now, we're gonna open up this little box. But also, I think we want to do the Honey Hive Galaxy. We have a large block of time, so I think it behooves us to do the other missions first. Anyway, what is next? Big Bad Bugaboom. Cool. This mission sure exists. Honestly, kind of an annoying enemy to fight, from what I remember. Just because of, like, hitbox weirdness. I keep forgetting there's, like, a whole slew of star bits over here that are just freebies. Anyway, hi. The whole Mandibug clan is infested our kingdom. Ow, I almost died the exact same way as the previous time. Again, what a way to have our first death in this game. So nice little throwback. We have these little nozzles that look like flood. For gameplay utility purposes, they are designed to launch us a bubble. But again, as we proved last time, we kind of don't need to do that as Luigi. I don't even know if we'd have to do that as Mario, to be honest, but... The neighbors are causing trouble again. We would be most grateful for your assistance. And they actually cover up the stump this time, that's interesting. This is a short level if you actually don't, you know... actually do the intended thing of going up the path with the flood nozzle. If you just long jump to the end, no, this isn't bad. One funny thing is I stem by mashing buttons sometimes, so I had to like move my finger away from ZL so I don't ground pound into the abyss. It's like, you know what, I shouldn't ground pound here. Anyway, this is the titular Bugaboom. Convenient little target shape on his back. Wonder what we're supposed to do. But yeah, oopsie, I hope I hope people didn't get confused by the stream notification, because yeah, I left the Super Paper Mario by accident. Because I have been going through it, if I'm being real. So I kind of spaced out on actually updating that. Though the like going live message is like I tweeted and everything. Not tweeted, but like Blue Sky posted. I refuse to say skeet. Yeah, the Blue Sky post should still be accurate. Jesus, almost got it. First try. Yeah, Bugaboom is just kind of annoying to fight, in my opinion. Just like weird hitbox. Also, the bee suit is not the most like dexterous. I feel like it's one of the weirder ones to actually maneuver. Personally speaking. But yeah, it's been a weird week. Like, my monitor kind of blew up. It didn't actually blow up, I'm gonna clarify, because that sounds very concerning. But it just turned purple. Like, it just turned purple and kind of flickery. It looked like it had scan lines going through it. So it was basically unusable, because text was very difficult to read on it. And it was also purple. It's also an 8-year-old monitor. The first Mario game you 100%'d, hell yeah. Also, welcome on in. It's a good one. We have discovered an enemy base in the region. We can only hope that they are not misusing the power of that poor Grand Star. So, there are 2 objectives in this game. 1, collect Grand Stars. You need all but 1, I think. 2, collect like 60 regulars, well 60 stars total. So yeah, you have a couple of different objectives you have to meet. It's a little bit less free flow as 64, as you do need specific stars to progress. But it is also less restrictive than Sunshine, being like, you need these exact stars. Like, if we're being pedantic a little bit about Sunshine, for all intents and purposes, you only need 7 stars to actually beat the game. Because it's only the Shadow Mario episodes that matter. So yeah, it's kind of like a weird design choice. I've never been a huge fan of that, even though I like Sunshine a lot. It just feels kind of like it decentivizes actually playing the whole game, which feels very backwards, to be honest. If you can just get everything just by beating the main levels, and then everything else is just completion. Yeah, Sunshine is one of my favorite games, genuinely. I just also admit it has a lot of issues that I can overlook because I grew up with it. I was like 8 when I played it. Thank you for the hydration check. Ironically, I just took a sip of tea at that very moment, so it was very good timing, actually. Yeah, the controls are a lot, but again, I still like Sunshine a lot, still, faults and all. But next up is Bowser Jr.'s Robot Reactor. This one isn't too bad. I say slightly, Megaleg's Moon, slightly hesitant because I'm a little nervous about things going wrong here. I want to show off something cool, but we'll see how it actually goes. But anyway, first order business, we need to break open the glass. Like so. Just lure the bullet bill over, hope it doesn't clip anything on the way over, and we're good. You're learning a dead fighting game. The problem is, how are we defining dead? Because a lot of people have very, very different definitions of what a dead fighting game are. Ah, you made it. But I won't even need my dad's help to take care of you. Go at him, Megaleg. Stop him with the power of your Grand Star. We'll see how that works out. Describe Mortal Kombat Deception. I don't know which one Deception is. I'm not a Mortal Kombat fan. The second 3D game? I mean, is it part of the collection? Okay, yeah, no, I'd say... Oh, you're just learning it, period. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. That might count as a dead fighting game. I don't know how many people play that game. I have no frame of reference. I don't play MK. There's a very brief deal that got taken down very quickly, where, like, Mortal Kombat 10, 11, and 1... God, I hate these names. Ended up, like, discounted way below what it was supposed to be discounted to. And it's like... Yeah, if I played Mortal Kombat, that would have been a great deal, but the problem is I don't play Mortal Kombat, so... The problem... Oh. So, one thing I always like doing, and I saw someone else do this recently, so that's why I remembered. You can actually lure the bullet bill over the cage and hit the Grand Star chamber. I was trying to do that, and I almost got it the one time, but screwed it up. Otherwise, that's a very easy fight. No real hang up there. Need to backflip sooner. The problem is backflipping as Luigi sucks, because he has so much traction, it'll read as a long jump. So that's why I just kind of gave up on it. It's easier as Mario in my opinion, because he's less slidey. But that takes care of the first dome for now. We will have to go back there later on. There's a few stars there that we'll have to tackle. We should actually get access to a few cool things very shortly. The other thing is, I actually don't know how long this playthrough is going to take. My feeling right now is 5 streams. I don't know if I'm underestimating myself or overestimating the game's difficulty, but we'll see. Like, we're 12th of the way there. Just throw Mario in the trash, damn. That ball of flame represents the power of the observatory. We call it the beacon. When you recover a Grand Star, a little star power will be restored and the beacon will grow. The common observatory can use that power to fly through the universe. Once all of the power is restored, we will even be able to fly to the center of the universe. Hell yeah. Oh, the power is on in the new dome. The fountain. The newly opened dome is called the Fountain. It's really quite relaxing. By the way, have you looked at the map? It contains information about galaxies as well as domes. If you get the location of a dome, don't hesitate to speak with me. Nice. Before we tackle that though, let's talk to you. Feed you some star bits. 400. Cool, we have plenty. Again, it's more Galaxy 2 where this is a problem, I think. My typical rule is if I read dialogue once, I don't keep reading it out. So, the Sweet Sweet Galaxy has appeared. So yeah, I'm probably not gonna read out the Hungry Luma dialogue every time, but I will acknowledge the amount of star bits. Rocky Road. This level's fun. It's very short though. That's why it's hard to gauge how long this playthrough is gonna take, because like on one hand, some of these levels are really short, others are like decently long. And I also am like, I think okay enough at the game that in theory I can get through it pretty quickly, but I also just ate it entirely in Honey Hive from just an enemy bounce going wrong, or enemy knockback going wrong. So hey, I shouldn't be overconfident. I need to actually not overestimate myself either. Yeah, I think my estimate is 5 streams. I can't go any farther. Don't stop here. The star is right around the corner. I like how shiny this is. It does kind of look like chocolate. Like, the texturing is very nice. This level in the Kaizo hack? I forgot there was a Kaizo hack. Yeah, I don't really play ROM hacks that often, I'm realizing. Just not for me, kinda. I played Kaizo, or OG Kaizo back in the day. It was a gender ago. I've genuinely thought about beating Kaizo again. Believe it or not. Hello, you got a power star, good for you. This actually looks very tasty. I love mint chocolate. Hey, we're going back now. Very good to know. Thank you, Captain Toad. It actually looks like just a regular red toad, and in the background, like, I don't think that's actually Captain Toad. Like, he doesn't have, like, the searchlight thing. But again, there's a whole thing where it's like, is this Toad the same as the Captain Toad in Captain Toad? And it's like, we're approaching a level of, like, analyzing this franchise that I will humor, because I enjoy humoring things like this. But also don't have the brain power to go over myself, basically. You know, the whole question of how many mainline Mario games are there. What counts as a mainline Super Mario game. Like, I find the topic fascinating. I also don't have the brain power to actually logic things out myself, because I'm not that motivated. But anyway, we have 2 things open. First up is the Space Chunk Galaxy. Second thing is Rolling Green. We'll save Rolling Green for later. And off we go! Pulsar Path in the Space Chunk Galaxy. This one's kind of annoying, but more so because there's a speedrun version, like a time attack version later on. And that one stresses me out. It's actually not that hard. It just stresses me out because I don't do all time limits sometimes. This is also a level with a lot of like gravity shenanigans where you can definitely go all over the place. But yeah, like, for some reason time levels sometimes stress me out. Daredevil levels? We'll see. We'll see how well one Daredevil in particular goes. There's one that I got first try. That is notoriously difficult, so I felt very proud of that. But we'll see on stream, as I'm talking, how that actually goes. Because it's a very different dynamic, believe it or not. Actually trying to keep up commentary while also playing the game. And let's be real, I hold myself to a higher standard than I really should. Anyway, a lot of people think this ship looks like the ship from Pikmin 2. It doesn't look exact to me. I always thought that was kind of a stretch, to be honest. But I can see it as potentially an Easter egg of sorts. Alrighty. You know, all this play interaction is reminding me I still need to play The World Ends With You. I have the Switch version and I picked it up years ago and never actually finished it. The unfortunate part is I just... Oh god, it's such a slow start for me because the main character, I don't vibe with him. I know it gets better, but I don't necessarily vibe with him at the start of the game. Anyway, rescuing all the toads. Where'd my glasses go? Please help my other friends. Where's that confounded power star? I was hoping you'd be like, it's me, other friend. Anyway, there's Captain Toad coming in when we've already done the work. Captain, how could you? What do you mean? Ow. Hi. Da-da-da-da! Mr. Luigi! As the brave captain of the Toad Brigade, I've already discovered a shortcut to the Power Star. Take the Sling Star to the top of the Star Shroom. There's a shortcut on top of the Star Shroom. I mean, how much do I feel comfortable breaking in this level? So, the path is always here, essentially. It just doesn't appear until we're right on it. So if you feel gutsy, you can use that to your advantage. You can definitely take some very precarious long jumps to speed this up. Like this, because it's like, well, there's gotta be something over there, by the nature of there being a silver star. This is dumb. Oh my god. Hell yeah. Cool. That was, very risky. I'm not gonna do that on the revisit here. Because not having checkpoints means if I do something dumb and die, I have to redo the entire level again. So I'm probably going to be more careful on the, next time we go through this. But anyway, neat. Very nice. But I'm actually kind of thinking now, which Mario game takes me the shortest time, and which takes me the longest time? Obviously, like, we're gonna toss out Odyssey, because, like, that goes without saying, that's gonna be the longest one. But I'm actually starting to think, like, okay... what would the other, like, longest one be? I actually don't have an answer to that. But anyway, we have another fun level, Balrog Galaxy. I'm hoping to do one very specific mission first try, because I gotta first try well, 4 times, really. Camella's airship attack. Because I got it both as Mario and Luigi on my previous playthrough. Actually, no, that would be just as... that'd just be twice. No, wait, you do it 4 times. You do it twice as Mario, twice as Luigi. So I was actually correct. Anyway, Starshroom is still over here. Hi. Luigi and my brigade boarded the enemy fleet, and none have returned. As captain, I would go save them myself, but I'm much too busy at the moment and scared. If your crew has been kidnapped, shouldn't you just... get your act together? It's like... that's kind of interesting, the portrayal of this Toad, because they're very much a coward. Sort of like a self-appointed leader, basically. Anyway, we got some more Banuis. Teaching us how to do spins. So, basically telling you that you can get extra height using a spin in midair. To get stuff that's too high to reach, jump and then spin. Oh, that reminds me, there was like a very specific trick in... I think the Wii version. I don't know how that works in this version, or if it works in this version. But if I recall correctly, there's actually a weird quirk where Luigi specifically gets slightly more height if you shake the nunchuck compared to shaking the Wii remote. One, I don't know if that's just Galaxy 2. But yeah, I remember seeing like a post about this. It's like, that's so wild to me. And again, it's like, is that an oversight? Is that an Easter egg? I don't know. Either way, it's interesting. So yeah, like, there's one star in Galaxy 2 where you have to do a very tight triple jump to actually get it. So I've seen recommendations of using the nunchuck for that, and Luigi, to get that more easily. Yeah, very notorious green star in Galaxy 2 if I recall correctly. A green power star, you could say. Alright, here you go. Stupid octopus is blocking my way. I bet a few shells would take care of that little problem if we hit that octopus with a shell. So yeah, these we cannot deflect back, we actually have to toss shells at them. Things are supposed to home, for what it's worth. If a shell is just out of reach, you can still spin to pick it up. It's interesting that that had a music note, because I think that's more of like the green Toad's vocal stem. Your health grew to 6. If it drops below 4, it will return to normal. Like vocal tick. So I don't know if that's a mistake or not. Anyway, whatever. To that other chest is probably just a mushroom or something. Next boss time. This has 2 bosses actually, now that I think about it. This is Camilla. Not to be confused with the Fire Emblem character. She has 2 attacks, launching fireballs and launching a shell. We can take the shell and chuck it back at her in theory, unless you whiff like I did. Kind of a tedious fight more than anything, just because you have a lot of waiting around for a shell. I feel like there's another fight where Koopas just naturally walk out more. I think it's a Bowser Jr. fight, where Koopas are actually just milling about, so it's way faster getting a shell. I also just noticed my star bit count, and I'm like, god damn it. But luckily that's an easy fix. Not that it needs to be like fixed per se, but if you know, you know. There we go. Piece of cake. Not bad. Again, if you ever see me lean like that, it's usually me just drinking something. But yeah. One more down. However many to go. 13. Lucky number 13. Anyway, hi Rosa. Oh, Polari. It seems that a prankster comet has appeared somewhere. Prankster comets have very strange effects on galaxies. If you want to learn more about these curious comets, ask the Luma who knows about such things. Hi. Hey ho, if you need to know about anything about prankster comets, I'm your Luma. How can I help? Tell me more. That prankster comet is always stirring up trouble, making galaxies go crazy. Go craggy. Go all craggy. Speedy comets limit the amount of time you can spend there. Daredevil comets leave you with low life. Cosmic comets make you face a mirror of yourself. Fast throw comets make your enemies move faster. Now the fun part is trying each one out. They can also move comets if you want a specific one in a particular level. But that does open up the option in Honey Hive as well. You're gonna have to keep an eye out for that one. This is a fast comet, right? Or a speedrun comet? Yeah, red is fast. Dinoprana speedrun. Hopefully, I can find the star chips faster than last time, cause I definitely struggled a lot. Got to lock in a little bit. 4 minutes. That'll be plenty of time, hopefully. But again, they let you go through the level once. Just get a feel for it, at least. And again, I can kind of skip a few things because I know what I'm doing a little bit. Which will help us out. Yeah, we're currently Luigi. I ran a poll, and because I had a file saved at the start of the game, just in case. Yeah, the votes were for Luigi. So with that, we'll have something very interesting before too long. Very interesting, like, bit of dialogue. I'm gonna stomp on you, because I want a coin. Just to keep our health up, because I'm gonna be playing fast and loose here, because speedrun comet. To be fair, I was kind of leaning Luigi anyway, just because of the two. I am partial to Luigi more so than Mario. Nothing against Mario as a character, he just kind of doesn't have a one. Mario feels like he has less personality than Luigi. So I tend to gravitate more towards Luigi of the two bros. I wish more games had character options, to be fair. There's a lot of games. Like, I was kind of mad about one game. There's a Digimon game, like Cyber Sleuth or something like that, where the first part has, like, a gender choice. The second part doesn't. And it's like, why? It's like, why did they take it out for the sequel? It's like, maybe there's a legitimate reason for that. Oh yeah, I saw an interesting poll, not poll, but study on Final Fantasy games and gender ratios of dialogue. Basically, like, the only Final Fantasy that has a fairly even gender ratio of dialogue is Final Fantasy Lightning Returns, of all things. You know, the one where Lightning is the main character. But even, like, 10-2 apparently has a skewed ratio of male characters talking to female characters. That's the one where you have 3 female main characters. So it's like, what happened there? It actually makes sense now that I'm thinking about 10-2, because so much of 10-2 involves them just listening to a bunch of men griping about their problems. So, yeah, no, that actually does track now that I'm thinking about it. By the way, when you actually make a star appear, the timer keeps going. So that is very important to know, and will definitely get me in trouble. And Pain is also very quiet, Yuna's also kind of quiet. Riku's the chatty one. But again, a lot of it just ends up being Barreleye, Nuge, and... yeah, those two. Just kind of having their own issues, so it's like, it doesn't entirely shock me that 10-2 has more dialogue from male characters, even though the main 3 characters are female. I also don't have to like it, is the other quantifier I'm going to give. Alrighty then. Off we go. We have an interesting level coming up here. We have a little bit of a branch of what we could do. We could either do an optional... oh. Or we have a speedy comet. That works too, I guess. We'll never be free of speedy comets. 15 was actually more balanced than I thought it would be, and it's like, I thought 15 would have been way worse. And it wasn't good, but it was less bad than I would have expected. I feel like 6 also is probably gonna lean more in that direction, towards like male characters having dialogue, just because, you know, I know Terran's, like, Terra doesn't really talk a whole lot, I feel. I need to play 6 again, it's been a hot minute. Oh, hi Star, thank you for the head pats, that's a very cute emote. Hope you're doing well. 6 is like 11 men, 3 women, yeah, in the party. Yeah. But yeah, I want to play more Final Fantasies. I want to play 8. I've never finished Final Fantasy 8. And part of me wants to finish, like, some more too. I need to play 5. Hope you haven't missed much. We're in Space Junk Galaxy, so we have like 14 stars. So yeah, not too much. FF5 is fun. That's like next on the docket, I think. I almost want to stream Final Fantasy 5 soon. This is game 20, by the way, for Fox Girls Favorites. So part of me is like, maybe I should take a break for the rest of the year and play FF5, because I have a lot of people telling me to play FF5 lately. But yeah, maybe I should. That'd probably be like late December, early January, if I were to attempt that. And again, I thought about doing it actually over the summer, but I was like, doing a normal FF5 run during Fiesta time is probably not a good decision, so I held off. Pat the star, pat the Zon, pat the chat who wants them. Okay. Let's see, how much do I want to take a chance on this level? How much do I want to show off? Should play FF5? Yeah. I also need to play FF5. Again, the ones I'm missing are 5, 8, 11, and a lot of 14 expansions, and 15, 16. I have the Royal Edition of 16, or Royal Edition of 15. I've had it for years. I found it at Walmart for $15, and I played it for like 2 hours, and I'm like, I will play this another time. But the problem is it takes up 90 gigabytes, so I feel like I should finish it eventually. I like 13. I'm biased because it was my first. I don't think 13's a good game. PS1 is so slow. You don't care about the PS1 onwards. See, like, I like 9. Final Fantasy 9 and 10 are my favorites. I know, big surprise. It actually does kind of feel like a surprise, because I think most people guess 10 is my favorite, but it's actually 9. And yeah, I will fully concede, 9's battle system sucks ass. It is absurdly slow. That's why I keep... 9 gets a good story pass. Yeah. It's like... my ideal would... oh hi. Enemy base spotted. We're detecting massive energy spikes. What are they doing there? My take is... Romancing Saga 2 Remake? Take that studio and have them remake Final Fantasy IX and actually have a functional battle system. And then it would be peak. Like, genuinely, that's kind of my big hope if they ever remake 9. Have it a little more true to the original than 7 Remake, which is its own thing. Protect Girl skill is yours. Yeah. Which girls are you protecting, son? Anyway, Honey Hive Cosmic Luigi Race. I'm gonna botch this. I'm gonna guarantee I'm gonna botch this. I'm bad at the Cosmic Luigi races. Cosmic Mario's cool. Cosmic Luigi, and this is gonna be rough. During vanilla, FF5 is valid anytime. That is fair, I just... weh. I do want to do a Fiesta run someday. Oh my god, I got it. Hell yeah. So if you crouch on the 2 disappearing, and then press, like, the frame of it ending, the countdown ending, you can actually skip a bunch. I'm gonna take it slow. You can actually just jump over and make it a little bit faster, but I'm like, I should not take too many stupid risks. I'm in the lead. I wish I had the Protect Girl skill though. I feel like I'm not the best at actually like looking after people, because I'm not the best at looking after myself if I'm being real. But yeah, that's something I want to work on. Personally, is being more reliable, I guess. Anyway, 16. Back to the fountain, because we're done with there for now, until we meet a certain, character to rescue. You'll also take the Kiss Girls command? Command, do you say? I see, interesting. Noted. I'm like... trying to think of a clever response, and I'm just kind of like, oh, Slarpica. Super Lesbian Animal RPG. Am I doing all-stars or just necessary? I'm doing 100%, because I'm normal about Galaxy. I guess I should talk about that a little bit more. Again, this was like my most anticipated game when it was announced. Again, on dial-up internet, I was like constantly trying to find as much info on this game as I could. So that was fun. Some brave brigade toads went to search for the Power Star. They went off to that planet and haven't been seen since. Do you think they're okay? No. You wanna know how you learned about this game? Sure. I'm very curious. I'm expecting to take psychic damage. Somehow. Nectropolis? What is that? Have I ever heard of that? Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of that. Again, I didn't have like Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network as a kid, so that's a huge blind spot for me with my media history. Alrighty then, got a Hungry Hungry Luma. It's like an online Nickelodeon community thing. It's like Club Penguin, oh. Yeah, no, I never had any experiences like that as a kid. I always feel like I'm missing out sometimes, because... like, sometimes I feel like I never had a childhood, because of what, like, friends talk about. Like, wow, I never had any experiences like that. Damn. I don't know, never having a childhood is too harsh, but... I don't know, I feel like I just need to, like, explore media more. Like... It's very Habbo Hotel. See, the only reason I know about Habbo Hotel is because people are always comparing the Guilty or Strive lobbies to Habbo Hotel. And this is not a joke, by the way. Oh hey, guess what the next game is, by the way? The one after Galaxy that I want to stream. Hey you! Oh wait, I already read this. I might be doing Mario Party DS, because I realized, oh shoot, that is my favorite Mario Party, isn't it? It'd be a story mode run. Thankfully, because apparently the multiplayer is very broken in that game. So yeah, I'm kind of... I took a few games out and trying to slot some others in. So I'm like, oh shoot, I could put Mario Party DS in, because I haven't done any Mario Party representation in this series yet. And again, me over here being like, oh god, I'm gonna be playing like 2 Pokemon games in a row with Diamond. Wait, not 2. It would be Emerald, potentially, and then Mystery Dungeon. I'm gonna cry again on stream, that's gonna be fun. You love to see it, question mark. See, like, during Super Paper Mario, I felt like I was crying during the Love Bee part. It's like, it was a moment of like, oh, it's so over for me. If I'm crying already, I'm definitely not gonna be okay during the actual ending. Alrighty. God, wait a minute, oh my god. I'm just thinking about, like... timings of things. Yeah, wait, did I stream on Friday? I genuinely don't remember. This week has been a blur to me. Like, the last 10 days or so. Oh god. Ah, I did not. Did I make a post about that, or did I just not do any acknowledgement of that? You were sick? Oh. Wait, I did acknowledge it. Cool. Neat. Mario Party DS was a great entry point? Hell yeah. Mine was 4. God, that game is slow. I like Mario Party 4. It's slow as hell. 5 is somehow even slower. I keep talking about, like, oh, we should do, like, Mario Party over Parsec, and we never do, because I'm bad at planning things. Yeah, if they have local wireless, interesting. But yeah, it's genuinely something I would like to look into, is like Parsec and stuff like that. To try to do multiplayer nights. Again, I've had this like morbid curiosity to try to get friends together for like bad multiplayer games. Potentially on stream. Wow, this level's short actually, we're already at the end. Like genuinely. Some of these levels are pretty snappy. Also, you can just send this toad into the abyss if you want. Help, I'm stuck. Aim your cursor at me and press A or tap on the screen directly to pull me out. I had a brief moment, and I'm like, no, I need to show restraint. I can't say the joke I thought of. Alright, anyway, we're back on this spaceship again. Again, I feel like it's too smooth to be the Pikmin 2 ship. The Pikmin 2 ship is very, like, rough textured. This is very shiny. What, son? Oh, I feel like I already missed something, and I've been here the whole time. Anyway, this is great on a Pro controller. This is not remotely awkward at all, clearly. Anyway. This is the boss, Trantox. I gotta break his shell first. There's a fascinating realization I'm just having. Oh, sorry. That was not what I meant to do. I'm having a fascinating realization about this game, that, like, so much of this game involves, like, breaking shells. Because, like, we have the Dino Piranha, and we have this, where you have to break a shell. And it's like... It's very funny, given... given, like... certain things about the character of Rosalina, shall we say. This game's great for cracking. Damn. What system am I playing on? I'm playing the Switch 2 version. If you notice the ground textures look kind of weirdly detailed, that's why. Cracking what? Eggs. Let me just crack this little guy's shell. How do the minigames work out with a Pro Controller? Like, wait, minigames? We can do one. I'm on Rolling Green. I can do that next. Alrighty. This is a two-phase fight, which is unusual for Nintendo. Like the manta ray ball, you just have to hold it really, like, level, basically. Like, you know, analog sticks pointing, like, directly up, kinda. Anyway, that's Trantox. Redemption for my off-stream playthrough of unlocking Luigi mode, where I completely biffed this fight really bad. I've never died to this fight before, I'm pretty sure, so that was fun. Glad that wasn't on recording. It says I'm talking about it anyway, so it's now being recorded here. Alright, time to show off, I guess. Discovered a new galaxy, cool. Hungry Luma has appeared. We can suffer in the Slingpod galaxy. My brain thought of the phrase, let's sling pods together, and that feels very suggestive somehow. Anyway, the Rolling Green Galaxy. Rolling in the clouds. Yeah, like, sometimes I feel like... I need to show more restraint on my own streams than on other people's streams, where I'm more unhinged, but the unhinged is kind of coming out. I think it's because of the week I've had, where it's like... Yeah, no, I think the unhinged energy is needing to be let out, because it's been suppressed so long. Hey now, if you're thinking about rolling that, just rolling that ball away, you better listen to the old billboard here. First jump to get on top of the ball. Always good. Never mind. Alright, you're on. Now try to match the guide on the bottom right. So yeah, I'm holding it very level. No wait, you have to hold it like up. So like the USB port is pointing up. That's right, that's it. That's what we call the basic position. From that basic position, tilt the controller to move the ball in that direction and just press B to jump. If anything gets in your way, smoosh it. Anyway, you'll learn more by doing it yourself. Good luck. So yes, for the record, I am using my Switch 1 Pro controller I got in 2017 for this. Yeah, the cursor actually works in this one. For some reason, the cursor in All-Stars doesn't work on the Manta level, and that carries over to the standalone Switch version. Again, like, the ground looks weirdly detailed in some ways. But also looks kind of flatter in some ways, because, like, the ground is more detailed in this version, but in, like, 3D All-Stars and the Wii version, it almost feels more detailed because the details on it are bigger, instead of being more granular. Yeah, I'm just tilting the controller. It's like I'm steering a car, basically. That reminds me, I should get back to that thing I was doing where I was trying to play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, all tracks. Again, maybe not with tilt controls, because that was not great on 200cc. Yeah, piece of cake. Yeah. That wasn't too bad. Again, I'm just used to playing it with this controller, I guess. Counting all the playthroughs I've done of like 3D All-Stars and stuff, I've done a lot of runs with a Pro controller. I'm just a little Craigie like that, I guess. I can't believe Craigie has caught on as much as he has. Shoutouts to Serena, wherever you are. Alright, you need 1050. Hurry-Scurry. Oh shit, we didn't do Battle Rock yet. Not me wanting to make a prediction. I'm almost tempted to make a prediction. Also, I have like things that I've never done. Like I had a first look stream request option as a point redeem. No one's ever done it because it's 100,000 points. I should lower that now that I'm thinking about it. That just makes my... Because my schedule's pretty loose. Like, this week the schedule's gonna be all over the place because it's holiday week. I'm not doing anything, but I know other people are. So part of me is like, maybe I should like not... You know... What am I trying to say? Maybe I should not actually stream on like Black Friday or the day before Thanksgiving, but we'll see if I'm feeling up to it. I'm surprised at how much energy I have today after the last like 2 days. Yeah, that's part of the reason I wanted to stream today is because it's like I think I could benefit from doing something productive. Given that I probably put too much stock in my productivity in terms of my mental health. That's probably not a great thing. This music's great, by the way. I love this song. Galaxy 1 has a really good soundtrack. Galaxy 2's soundtrack is really good too. It's fascinating the differences in design ethos between Galaxy 1 and 2. Galaxy 2 feels more Mario than Galaxy 1. Like, the music is a little bit bouncier. It's based heavily on, like, leitmotifs, like the main theme of Galaxy 2. Like, a lot of the themes incorporate that, like the snow level, for example. Galaxy 1's vibes feel a little bit more, like, unique. They kind of just stand more on... And like the levels themselves feel a little bit less like short platformy kind of levels, and more like, I don't know, it's really hard to describe, but I do feel like Galaxy 1 and 2 have a very different feel to them in a way I actually really find fascinating despite being numbered sequels. I almost feel like the difference with Galaxy 1 and 2 is narrowness. Like, I feel like Galaxy 2's level design ends up being more like narrow platforms, which almost to me makes it feel like a bridge game between Galaxy-style Mario and like 3D Land and 3D World, where again, more like narrow, very platformy heavy kind of challenges instead of like more expansive areas. I have no clue if I'm making any sense. Why are you rolling? Because we just did the Rolling Green Galaxy. Roll Banui like Katamari. That'd be very interesting, actually. Green Rolling Star. See, that makes me think of like Lonely Rolling Star from what the hell is that game called? Katamari, I was just talking about it. Jesus. Yeah, my brain isn't entirely here. Hurry-Scurry Galaxy, Shrinking Satellite. I hate it when my satellite's shrinking. I don't know what that means. Do not question what that means whatsoever. Debating laying down for a short nap. Okay, Zon. I hope you rest well if you do. I entered this level and then I'm like, wait, ads are starting. So I should probably pause here, actually. Oopsie. So yeah, we'll be back in a couple minutes and resume.